Mazda's recently launched CX-70 and its predecessor, the CX-90, are both positioned as midsize SUVs, competing directly with models like the Jeep Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L. While the CX-70 accommodates 5 passengers in 2 rows, the CX-90 offers 3 rows for up to 8 passengers. It's intriguing that Mazda has chosen to market these two models separately, considering that the CX-70 is essentially a shorter version of the CX-90, lacking only the 3rd row of seats. The Grand Cherokee L, in comparison, is longer overall, with an extended wheelbase. Both the CX-70 and CX-90 offer the equivalent inline-6 and module crossover powertrain choices, with the CX-70 separating itself through inside and outside trim decisions and a redesigned freight region. Our involvement in the CX-90 leads us to expect a correspondingly extravagant and refined insight with the CX-70. The choice to situate them as particular models, notwithstanding their close, indistinguishable nature, save for seating limit, stays a riddle. Presented in 2025, the CX-70 Element's particular shut down outside trim and a new wheel plan to separate it from its predecessor. Extra highlights incorporate Amazon Alexa reconciliation and an underfloor stockpiling compartment in the freight region. Valuing for the 2025 Mazda CX-70 beginnings at $41,820 and can reach up to $57,325, relying upon the picked trim and discretionary elements. Picking either the norm and all the more impressive inline-6 adaptations of the CX-70 relies upon individual inclination and financial plan. Notwithstanding, we suggest considering the more intense S trim for 60 extra drive. No matter what the variation, we propose deciding on the exceptional trim, which adds alluring 21-inch wheels, a without-hands power liftgate, an all-encompassing sunroof, a computerized measure show, a 12-speaker Bose sound system, and a head-up show. All non-half-and-half CX-70 models are furnished with a turbocharged 3.3-liter inline-6 motor, conveying 280 drive in base structure and 340 torque in S-manages. Our involvement in this powertrain in the CX-90 has been positive. However, we've noted periodic postpones accordingly from the 8-speed program transmission while utilizing the guiding wheel-mounted paddle shifters. We expect a comparative driving encounter between the CX-70 and CX-90, given their common stage, with possible contrasts in suspension tuning. Execution-wise, the CX-70, furnished with the equivalent turbocharged 3.3-liter inline-6 motor, as the CX-90 is supposed to correspondingly perform. The CX-90 Super S Premium. In addition to accomplished a 0 to 60 miles per hour season of 6.3 seconds in our tests, and the CX-70 is probably going to be somewhat faster because of its lighter weight. We presently can't seem to test the less strong 280 HP form of this motor in the CX-90. The EPA has not yet delivered efficiency evaluations for the CX-70. Notwithstanding, in view of the CX-90's evaluations, we expect comparable eco-friendliness, appraised at 25 mpg joined. For those looking for better mileage and some all-electric reach, the module half-breed rendition of the CX-70 is a convincing choice. Mazda's standing for offering upscale insides and bountiful highlights is maintained in the CX-70. While its inside intently looks like that of the CX-90, the CX-70 offers a one-of-a-kind red calfskin, inside upholstery choice, and highlights just 2 columns of seats. The freight region is supposed to give a comparative measure of room as the CX-90 with its 3rd column collapsed, albeit the CX-70 gloats a bigger underfloor stockpiling compartment. Standard highlights incorporate a 12.3-inch infotainment framework using Mazda's most recent programming, worked through a control handle and fastens on the mid-control area as opposed to a touchscreen. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, with a possibility for Amazon Alexa coordination. Discretionary highlights incorporate a 12.3-inch computerized measure show and a head-up show, with premium trims or more, including a 12-speaker Bose sound framework. Generally, the Mazda CX-70 and CX-90 proposition upscale insides, plentiful elements, and a sumptuous driving encounter. The CX-70 specifically stands apart with its exceptional plan components and common sense elements, making it a solid competitor in the moderate-size SUV portion.